right, girls. Well, we rehearsed.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the left, in the closet. That's my stuff, yes. If I bought it, say, don't touch.
Girl, we sound mad good.
What's good, what's popping, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of Everything Lelona, where we talk about everything and anything. Cheer. Now, if you are new here, welcome, baby. I really hope that you'll enjoy this video, that will make you hit the little subscribe button somewhere over here. And if you are a regular subscriber at gang dream one, what's good, what's up, what it's future, I really hope that you are well and that you are taking care of yourself. Okay, we are back with another video, and if you know or you saw my status or my story rather on Instagram, where I was like, hey, I am really exhausted. I really wanted to give you guys a story time, but I'm really exhausted, so we'll see each other next year. Now it is literally midnight, and I was like, you know what, they deserve the story time. Let me give them one last story time, end of the year properly with a story time, and go and leave after that. But please do make sure to check out my YouTube shorts, because I think I'll post there instead of here, and then we'll be back with like full-length videos next year. Ne? Yes. So if you are interested to hear this story time, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, man, get yourself something to drink. Today we are having a Bernini, as always, because I'm a Bernini girl now. But I can't judge it and brutal, because I am still going to drink it brutal because it's my drink now. Like whatever that my money finds to buy, I will buy. Okay, so grab yourself something to drink, clink clink, and let's get into this video. Actually, let's get into this video. Don't wanna prolong my intro, because I was watching or binge watching this weekend, Ukamu Leslie, right? And she had a story time about dating a married man, and she wasn't aware that this guy was married. And it turned out, Yanins. So do head over to her channel to like watch her story, and do stick around for mine as well. But that's what that story inspired mine, because I remembered that I had something happening with someone from church, and this man was a married man. Him and his family went to my church, and I had a thing with him. And then guys, kwakuningi. So we are going to get into the video. We are gonna get into the story time, and so do go with me, follow me. Maybe I might ramble because I'm really exhausted, but follow me, let's go together. Now, when this happened, I still stayed or lived in Pretoria, ne? And all of you guys, I'm sure you know by now, if you have been riding with me since day one, that I was someone that was really big on church. I used to sing in the worship team, and like I used to serve and work at church, yeah, boy? So the church that I went to, a friend of mine from the Eastern Cape actually introduced me to that church, because my friend's uncle was the pastor of that church. So I joined the church, and I immediately started serving and being part of the worship team. Yeah, boy? Sharp. Now, during my stay in that church, there was a married couple who was also very active at the church. Young married couple. Gorgeous wife and an even gorgeous husband with beautiful children. So, with us serving at the church, both of the couple, like both of them, the wife and the husband, were also serving and very active at the church. So it was like I went into a lot of meetings, like leadership meetings with the husband. We were part of the men's ministry together, and like we were part of so many teams and so many ministries within the church together with the husband. So I built somewhat of a friendship, relationship, ntonton with him. But we weren't like friends. We weren't really hanging out outside of church. But if I'm at church and I see him, we're gonna talk and like exchange words. We laugh, we hug. Brother, sharp. Now, there was a club, Momo, in Pretoria called La Cantina. So those who know La Cantari, Kwamali China. Like La Cantina was such a vibe. La Cantina is tavern, guys. Who said tap, says tumtumini, sema zinkini. But gwele imomo, like the amount of gays that you would find at La Cantina, you would find all sorts of gays there, and I loved to see it. It was diversity. You find your white gays, you find your black gays, you find your coloreds, you find your Asians, you find all sorts of gay people from different walks of life. Abanye ngaba bathanda udiver xa bediver, abanye are like those champagne gays, the CBD gays. So there were different kinds of people that you meet and find at La Cantina. Sharp. This one night, as per usual, it's a Friday night. My friends and I are out, and then we're like, obviously, as per tradition, we end up at La Cantina. We end up at La Cantina Ngalamini, and when we walk in, I think because abantu who were there already had been there for a very long time. When you walk in and you walk in late and you still smell nice, you still smell fresh, the gays will like look at you and like want you. So when someone walks in at the door, everyone turns and looks at the door. Ubana, who is walking in? You understand? Sharp. Because one thing about the gays, they stay thirsty, child. The gays stay thirsty. So we walk in, it's me and my friends, we are looking cute, we're smelling nice, and we walk in, and obviously, all eyes on us, they turn, they look at us. And then I walk in, we go to the bar, we buy some liquor, and we find a place to stand, because at this point, there's no place to sit. You must just find a small corner to stand, just to put your alcohol and stand around your alcohol. Mingle, okay? If you see people that you know, maybe join a table, So we are like on the lookout. We are looking around, trying to find people that we know. And I'm looking around. Clips, my eyes lock with someone that should not be here. Is it not the man from church? What is it doing at La Cantina? My eyes lock and I see him, and the smile I had, because I was like, trying to look cute, and all of that falls and it fades from my face, and all I see is trauma. All I see is like panic, because now we both see each other. We are looking at each other and we're like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm sure he also had the same question, Mana, what the fuck are you doing here? And I look at him and he looks at me. Now, we have seen each other. We might as well talk, right? We might as well greet each other. I wave, he waves. And I'm like, should I go to him? Should I go to him? I walk towards him, he stands up and he walks towards me. So, I see him, I hug him, and we're like awkwardly laughing now, Bana. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? He's like, I didn't know you come to this place. I'm like, well, there's a lot that you don't know about me. At this time, obviously at church, I'm not a flamboyant gay. At this time, I am still trying to play straight when it comes to abantu baseKabini. I am still trying to appear and look straight. And my friends know I'm gay. I'm not, when I'm outside, I'm not hiding the fact that I'm gay. But at church, it's not a topic. It's not something that I talk about. So no one really knows unless we've had a thing. Yeah, bro? Sharp. So he's like, I didn't know you come to this place. I'm like, well, there's a lot that you don't know about me. And this place I frequent. And I'm like, now where I did not know that you come here or you even drink. Yeah, well, so we laugh about that. But now, we are still now. we laugh about ukusela kwethu. And I'm like, so ngobani, who are you with? He's like, no, I'm with my friends. I look over, I'm like, oh, I know some of them, I've seen them here before. He's like, yeah, they asked me to come with them to this place. No. So now, because we are having this discussion, I'm like, you do realize that this is a gay bar, right? Are you comfortable? There's a lot that you don't know about me. And I was like, you know what? Say less. Say less. You don't have to repeat yourself. Ndiyakuva thini nandasi. Mna ndiyakuva. So he's like, no man, like your friends can come and join us. Because I think there's space, you can put your alcohol. Abanye bazawuma. Don't. I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. I call my family, guys, come. Here's a spot. We'll join this table in Ababantu. So all of my friends are like, okay, go back. I'm like, no, I know that guy from church, and I've seen Abba Apela Cantina because Abba Basila Cantina know each other. Like, I'm like, I've seen Abba, wait, no. So people greet each other, exchange pleasantries, we put our ice bucket, and we stand. Because I stand on your hand. We stand. No, so now he's like offering, no, come and sit. I'm going to scoot over, come and sit next to me. I'm like, okay, cool. So I sit next to him and we start like talking. We talk. Now we are literally talking about things that we have never talked about, because all of our discussions, all of our conversations before, we're always very much on the surface level. Surface level. Yeah, we always talk about things that are on the surface, and we talk about the Bible and God and whatnot. It's all surface and God. Yeah, sharp. So now he's like, oh, so tell me, gay? I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. And he's like, oh, so what's your thing? He's like, no, I do boys, yeah, and this is something that, yeah, I do. I do have relations with boys, but it's something that I've been praying about. I've been praying away. I've been having discussions and with God and trying to trying to pray the gay away. Deep conversation, like we're literally at the end of so we are at the end and he's by the wall and I'm next to him, so I'm facing him and we're like facing each other and like talking. We're having this deep, meaningful conversation. So he's like telling me how hard it is for him to even say that he's a bisexual man. And I'm like, oh. And it's very hard. Like, I'm like, so like, I totally understand what you're talking about. Ndiyakuva. So we have that conversation, a deep, meaningful conversation. And we're like, let's just be in the moment. Let's drink. Let's have fun. Yeah, bo? Him and I aren't flirting. We're just talking and, yeah, bo? Sharp. Be Saturday, be Sunday. We see each other at church. Now, I am low-key excited and also very worried. Right? We were drunk when we were at La Cantina. How are we going to act around each other when we are now sober? Yeah, bo? Sharp. I get to church. I see him and the wife. It's intercession before church starts. So, I get to church for intercession and I see him and the wife and the kids. So I greet the kids, hey Babino, hey Babino. And then I greet the wife, Sawbona sis, Sawbon. And then I see him, Sawbona put, yabo? Hey! All the same one is like, hey, wena? Lumfana wako? Hey, wena? If only you knew. So, we fellowship, church, ikube. So, after worship team, right? Umfundisi is about to preach. We then sing the last song, last worship song, and then we go sit down. Sometimes I would go outside because I'm like, so I go outside, and when I get outside, I see him. Yeah, bo? He's standing outside with other guys, and I'm like, yo, and this is now. Like, what about me? About hetero, baby, now you know, and pumayo. Like, I would literally be like, oh, I don't relate, because I'm gonna get there. But one thing about them, they love women, so they are always talking about girls, and I'm like, and there's gonna be conversations because I don't want to be out here lying saying, yo, yeah, the bums. I don't care about women's bums. Like, I don't. Yeah, but so I don't relate to their conversation. So I would try so much to like not hang with them. So he sees me sitting outside pressing my phone, and he walks and comes to me. Excuse me. So he joins me and he's like, hey, grand. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, yeah, bro. Now I feel like I can be open about like going out. I'm like, we were out Izolo and we came back in the early hours and I'm here, yeah, bro. So it's like, nam Izolo, I was out, Ntibuye very late. I'm also very tired. So we like now start to build somewhat of a rapport and a relationship and be able to talk about things that do not pertain to church and God. Yeah, but talking about going out and doing. So he's like, no man, like you and I should exchange numbers so that whenever we are going out, we like can be able to liaise with each other, talk about going out. We should hang out outside of church. So he's coming with all sorts of proposals. Let's hang out. When you go out, and we exchange numbers and I go back inside. I think I go back inside with you and continue with church. Church ends and I go home. Now, when I get home, he texts me. He's like, hey, let's give him a name. I will say his name is Zulu. Kuzulu. So, athi uZulu kum uba. Or let's say Gushaka. I don't know, because I Gushaka. So at Ushaka, hey, what's on the top floor at the time? Top floor was very close to my church. He's like, hey, I just dropped off the wife and the kids, and now I'm going to top floor because I want traditional food and like have a drink. So are you keen on joining me? And top floor from my place was like a walk away. So I'm like, yeah, cool, sharp. Can I can join you? He's like, yeah, come through. I walk and top floor. I get there, I find him sitting alone. He's at a table. I sit down. No, I think he had a bucket of his savannah. I get there. He's sitting alone. He has a bucket of savannah. He's like, join me. Take a savannah. I take a savannah. Open a savannah. I drink. We talk. Now, Indo is gonna come to. So itindo yakho, yebo, because aniti yena he's like he told me that he's bi and now we are talking man. So eating yoku, what role do you play? Yebo, he's like talking and I'm like, so did you get Nike? You know, I've always kind of I've always looked at you and like think about this man with a beautiful wife and he's also gorgeous. I want to tindo yake. Because one thing about beautiful men, they will marry beautiful girls, yeah, bro? So, especially beautiful gay guys or beautiful bisexual men, they will marry beautiful women and make the most beautiful babies. So, so we talk about stuff like that. Did you come like I've always looked at you and be like, yeah, bro? Yes. The first day, I remember the first day you came to church. Abali say even what I was wearing, I'm like, creepy when you've been looking at me when I'm on phone, yeah, bro? So now I'm like, really? Because I remember that day, and that's what I was wearing. And he's like, I remember because you know, like the people who are here for the first time, raise your hand. So I raised my hand and he gave me a pamphlet when I fill in as a visitor, and then afterwards, if it says I take it to the back, and he was the one telling us about the church. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us. So he's like, I remember you. Cool. There was like 3 of you guys, and I could not take my eyes off you. I'm like, oh my god, like it's been about 6 months of me being in this church, and I don't recall honestly. I never looked at him and like had a crush on him, but I was just saying what I was saying for conversation's sake, yeah, Bob. So like no, that's I'm John and my gut and my gaydar was saying you are a gay man, and see confirming like I do have a crush on you. Now remember guys, Ushaka is beautiful, light-skinned, beautiful, buff. He's not tall. He's taller than me. Like everyone is taller than me because I'm very short. Everyone is taller than me. He's a bit taller, but not really tall. But unomzimba, beautiful smile, beautiful teeth, beautiful body, great looking man. So I'm like, you do? He's like, yeah. And the part, like when the day after I saw you in La Cantina, I could not stop thinking about you. And I'm like, this guy. So I'm like, I'm Shaka, like, don't say stuff like that. What about your wife? Yeah, like, what's gonna happen? Like, you and I are in the same church. It's gonna get messy. And funim na, especially like Gavin. I don't wanna. Hey, and the funny guys drama is our demand and hey, I don't wanna go to hell. Yes, I am going to hell, but I don't wanna go to hell, guys. Like, I really don't. But we are funa and they are fumanek. Yeah, but like, what about your wife? What about your kids? He's like, I man, like, I've been doing this. You are not the one that is making me sin. If I'm sinning, you are not the one who's making me sin. I am deciding to do what I'm doing. Yeah, bro. So it's not you, it's me. Did you get like, okay, no, what I would suggest, let's just get to know each other, see where to how and where things go. Sharp. So we embark on this journey of getting to know each other. We would literally be at church and we would just sit at the back, just talking and giggling. Like if we are at the Wednesday meeting, leadership meeting, we'd be at the back and I wonder, like, when did these two get close? I remember my friend Lona that I came to this church because of. My friend would be like, when did you and Shaka become friends? I'm like, I went to show Mr. Banis, we became friends here at church, yeah, bro. Like I'm sure people were like looking at us on some. This is a weird dynamic because these people have been serving at this church, but they were never close. But all of a sudden now, Baklosi, they go everywhere together. Ushaka fetches him on Sundays. Guys, Ushaka would literally fetch me, him, his wife, and kids. I would be at the back with the two kids, then Ushaka and the wife in front. And then after church, I would, guys, Lamfazi, I'm sure Lamfazi was like, and they understand but because there was absolutely no way. I would go to their house, have Sunday lunch with them, and then Ushaka and I would leave. And Ushaka Abuya in the early hours of the morning. Like, that would literally be Indo Yet. We would have lunch at Shaka's place on Sunday, and then afterwards, Siam and Ushaka and go to Industrial. Sell Industrially, Abuya 1 a.m., for example. So, the wife obviously is like, Ulelona is in on it. If Ushaka, we are selling, because she probably knows, me and we are saying. So she knows when this guy drinks and this guy parties, and I don't know if she knew at that point, he also we are diva. Yeah, but I don't think she did. But maybe if she has suspicions, I'm sure she also has suspicions of me as well. But that will be revealed as the story proceeds. Sharp. I would literally be around his family, and we would sneak. Like, we were sneaking around, and it was the most interesting thing because that whole thing of we might get caught. Like, it would be during lunch, Sunday, and I'd be like, no, can I quickly go to the bathroom? It's like, come, let me show you. The first time I went to his house, I'm like, where's the bathroom? It's like, come, let me show you. Get to the bathroom. Ushaka, we start kissing. He puts his hand down my pants and he plays with my. And I'm like, get out of this bathroom. Don't do this because this is how bad. And that sneaking around was so nice. You know, doing things and knowing that if Siya Bagwa Apa, there is so much at stake, and the higher the risk, the more fun it is. Yeah, bro. So we would literally sneaking around inside his house while the wife and the kids are inside. I was like, you know what? If you are not, guys, I know some of you are saying, but you are so disrespectful. You're not respecting his wife. Da, da, da. Like, I don't owe her any respect if he doesn't respect her first. It's him who's stepping out of his marriage with me. I'm not stepping out of anyone's marriage. I'm not married. So I'm not disrespecting anyone. He is. So, and how can I respect his wife when he's not? Yabo? So, Ninga, don't come for me. Don't judge me. Don't come for me. Don't judge me. And Kule channel, we don't do that shit. We don't judge each other. So we were like sneaking around and it was so fun. Now, one time I met one of his actual best friends. Not one of those guys that he was with at La Cantina. Because none of those guys were ever at his house. I'm sure those guys were like his hidden friends or secret friends. Now, there was a guy that he worked with. Yeah, bro? It was a night where we went to industrial, the first night that we went to industrial. So I was just like telling you how things were with him. Yeah, bro? So the first time that him and I went to industrial, he said to me, listen, there's a group of colleagues and friends of mine that are at industrial. They want me to join them. And obviously, I want you as my friend to come with me. Yeah, bro? So obviously, when he introduces me to them, I am a friend. Sharp. So we get to industrial, I get introduced to everyone and introduced to the best friend. Now the best friend is a guy that is gay. He's a gay guy. They work together and I get introduced to this guy. At this point in time, this guy to me doesn't look or seem gay. Yeah, bro? I'm not picking up vibes. I'm gay. So it's me, it's Shaka, it's the guy, yabo, the gay guy, or the best friend. Let's say the best friend for now. It's the best friend. So now we are busy talking. Shaka, instead of like talking to him and me, he's talking to me. Yabo, he has his back against the gay guy or the best friend. He's like talking to me. And the gay guy is like, yabo. And I'm like, but now I start picking up small things and small gestures with it that make me believe, he might be fruity, this one. Might be fruity. So I'm like, okay, I think this guy is a bit fruity. Yabo? Okay, lo, I'm like, okay, it's confirmed. Now, whenever I would like go to the bathroom, Mushaka would like come to me or come with me. So I'd be like, no, I'm going to the bathroom at Masambi. We go to the bathroom, we would take our time. Because whenever we go to the bathroom, we'd go into a cubicle, close, start kissing, and like, send the bathroom. So I think the guy, the best friend, picks up on something is beating the water here. So now he starts giving me attitude. Now the attitude he's giving me is like, if let's say for example, I'm reaching a tafleni and taking a bottle and about to mix myself a drink. Uzauti, yo, wakalela kakulu. Like, why are you saying that? You didn't buy this bottle? Shaka did. So why does our kakulu? The fuck? So he would say like, have remarks like that. Man, yo, outside botile. Hey, bo. The fuck? Or if it's like, yo, I send good piece yako. Can you leave me alone? Yeah, but I'm like, can you leave me alone? But now I'm picking up this vibe from him, and Andufuni would react the way that I would react if it was anyone else, because this is Shaka's best friend, and I don't want to cause a drama with Shaka's best friend, because that's going to or inevitably lead me into like having to be like, Shaka, your friend, yeah, and it might create some tension between Shaka and I don't want that. So he starts like throwing stones at me, and I'm like, okay, Jack, I see you, I'm looking, yeah, Nabikondo. And whenever we would like meet and he's there, he would always throw stones at me. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, can't you leave me alone? Diyeke, guys. Hey. Nyani. Shaka is like, I think I need to tell. Because I think now we have been like going out and seeing each other for like a couple of months. And Ushaka is like, I think I need to tell your best friend about what's going on between us. So he told the best friend in my absence. I wasn't there. I was at work. They were at work. He told the best friend, Debana, listen, by the way, this is what's going on. Ulelona and I are seeing each other. Shaka and I had spoken about how I feel about the best friend and how I perceive the best friend, that I feel like he has a problem with me. And please, notice, also look at him and observe him. Because when I'm there, Uba snags towards me. He's nice to everyone else, but snags towards me. So Ushaka is like, no, I'm gonna observe. I don't think though, but I'll talk to him. So when he's talking to him, do you have a problem with Ulelon? The best friend says, no, I don't. And then Ushaka tells him that, by the way, Ulelona and I are seeing each other. We didn't want people to know because you know Udaba. I'm a married man. I am something at church, and I don't want such things to come out. Yabo? Sharp. Do you think your best friend actually stopped giving me attitude, actually stopped being nasty towards me? No, he didn't. He didn't. Every time we would meet, it was war. It was war. This one time, this is when now he basically told everyone, told everyone who was there, Ukuba, what's up? Ushaka was having a guys thing, right? But no one from church was there. So there were like people from people from work, and those gay guys that I met at La Cantina were there as well. But it was a small, intimate ndonton. Best friend and I, we exchanged words in the kitchen because I was hurtful. You cannot be throwing stones at me every single time you see my face. You say something nasty and think I'm going to take it. Yes, I was. Today, bitch, I'm not. And you are going to see you are going to see the boobs of a snake, because it's not going to happen today, sweetie. I am not the one. Maybe Izolo I was, today I'm not, son. So he said something that rubbed me the wrong way, and I exploded. Ushaka wasiva engaphandle, he ran to like find out what's going on. Now, because we are arguing, we're not even physical, we're just arguing. He's saying something, I'm saying something. We are exchanging words. Now a crowd grows and a crowd comes close to us. Yabo? So abantu now are like hearing us argue, and asondele man abantu. Ati best friend, eyonanto endikayo, or the one thing that bores me is the fact that Ushaka, you never wanted me. You kept saying you are straight, but today you have the audacity to introduce me to your boyfriend. Yo, wonkumtu that didn't know Shaka Uyativa was like, yo, yeah, because now like it's making sense to what's going on, that this guy, best friend, wanted Ushaka at some point, and Ushaka rejected him, saying, I do not date men. So it was never a thing, Yokuba, I don't want you. It was that I don't do men. And now Ushaka is because Ushaka, when he got there, he was like to the person, you are doing too much. Yeah, so that's when he was like, you have the audacity to tell me I'm doing too much. I wanted you. I told you how I feel about you, and you said to me you don't date men. Now look at you with your bitch. Hey, you know what? Yo. I'm a cheater. Shaka diffuses the situations, like everyone out. Yabo puma bantu oyanga phandle kwasheka mna Ushaka and best friend. Ushaka is like, listen here, I don't want you. I'm not attracted to you. I see you as a brother. You are nothing more than a brother. I'm not physically attracted to you. I'm not emotionally attracted to you, sexually attracted to you, and funny like that. You are my best friend and I love you. Kanjalo. That's it. Yabo. Abe right with the way to best friend ngalekela xesha, but I could see ukuba akasibhayi lo. Akasibhayi. This was on a Saturday. Fiki Sunday. I went home, wasn't it? Everyone went home. Fiki Sunday. Obviously, Shaka picks me up. It's Shaka, the wife, and the kids. I get into the car. I'm like, someone I get about Nunuza. Sisi, hi. Sisi was like, hello. I said, okay, she's cold. What's going on? Yeah, what? Sharp. Kulentuzwe, kuyecaweni, intercession, the service, Kubi service. After church, Ushaka and I and the kids are going to go to the wife or their house. We're gonna have Sunday lunch as we normally do every Sunday. So, Asifika emotweni ati wife. No, take with kids. Mazijoyine umfundisi. Umfundisi must also have like a small child. What you know, the kids are going to umfundisi's place because they were invited for a play date with umntana kamfundisi. No. So bazawubuyiswa late. They're gonna have lunch there. So it's just us three. Yeah, the mod. So they lived in the north of Pretoria. Asifika. I don't know landlela bethu. Yabona, if you use Beatrix or Steve Biko and you drive straight to Pretoria North, sipha landlela Steve Biko. Right, ala wife. Just before we get to Wonder Park, right, ala conversation. What? Shak, what's going on between you and Ulelon? Yo, kwatense ke ngoku. Kwatense ke ngoku. Wife, Shak is like, what? When's the between wena no Lelona? What's going on between you and Lelona? Now, cause awkward. I'm like, Sana, if the wife turns and looks at me, what am I going to say? Now I look guilty as fuck because I am guilty. Okay? I am guilty. Atushaka, what do you mean? What's going on? Lelona is my friend. What do you mean? What do you mean? Adi, that's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. I heard that when and I are in a relationship, Shaka utole na madoda ngoku. Hey, I am praying that the wife doesn't turn around and look at me, because if she looks at me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just cry. Yeah, well, because I've never been confronted face to face. I've received calls, I've received messages, but never has a wife looked at me in the eye and said, "Are you sleeping with my man?" She turns around and looks at me and says, "Are you sleeping with my man?" I kept quiet. I could not answer. My eyes were just like this. And then I look at Shaka. Shaka is like, so now Shaka, I think Shaka wanted to like play a reverse psychology. It's like, how dare you ask me such? How dare you? Don't respect me as the man and as the head of the family. Yeah, well, he's trying to play reverse psychology. And I'm like, please, baby, like, please do it. Play this reverse psychology. You haven't answered any of my questions. Yes or no? Are you two sleeping together? To Shaka, no. Atlamto, okay. Akhupha ifoni, wasibonisa a video of what was happening yesterday. But someone who was there took a video and sent it to her. When Ubesti and I were having our argument, and Ubesti was saying, Shaka, I wanted you and I told you how much I loved you and I wanted you, but you said to me, you don't do men, but here you are now, you've introduced us to your boyfriend. So that was the part that was shown to her. But now, here's a video. What is this? Shaka, uyahlanya lona, uyahlanya. Wara. Wife wangena emxholweni, wangena efonini, wafonela best friend. Wathi, hi bestie, hi best friend. Listen, I am with Ushaka. Utheko nje kwenzeka ntoni between Ushaka and Ulelona? What? No, but relationship. Ushaka is introduced Ulelona to me a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that they are seeing each other. Yo, guys, Ushaka tries to deny it. Atlomfazi. Whoa. That woman had receipts. Okay? That woman had receipts. She drops a paste, he calls someone else, that someone else verifies the story. They call someone else, they verify the story. They drop me off, I want the back. Can I please get off? Can I please get off? What till I'm fast away? I think this is something that you two should discuss together. What I saw Zakaloku, when you are also part of my marriage, because right now you are part of my marriage and you are within my marriage, so we are all going to discuss this and we are going to come to a resolution. It's either Puma or Puma win alone. No, they are choosing this one. We are choosing Shaka, basically. We are choosing swap between me or the wife, and I'm like, duh, obviously gonna choose the wife. So like, I wanna get off this car. I want to get off this car. Ushaka stops the car at Wonder Park. I take a taxi back to town to my place. So now I'm sitting there thinking, what is the best possible outcome? Sana Ayiko, there's no best possible outcome. The only thing that's gonna happen, that bitch is going to, she's going to expose me for the fraud that I am. She's going to expose me for the sinner that I am. So I'm like, what is a bitch to do? The only thing I can do now is to ghost every single person from church. I'm going to block Umfundisi. I am going to block Ushaka. I'm gonna block her and everyone else's number that I have. I'm going to exit each and every single group. Yes, exit, block everyone. I did that. Remember, Umfundisi was calling me, and every time I would see that it's his number, I wouldn't answer. And every time he would call me like a private number or a landline, and I answer and I hear it's him, I would immediately drop the phone. So I was like, guys, this is a lot for me. Yeah, exit a stage left. Yeah, bo. So a friend of mine who and lived in my building, wati and you mean sana utatubani, which is Ushaka, wati utatu Zulu, Shaka Zulu, had confessed in front of the church Okubana. I was not faithful to my wife. I was unfaithful. I stepped out of my marriage. I'm requesting prayers because we are going through a rough patch. And Umfazi Kaba was standing next to him, is like saying, yes, Jesus, yes, Lord. Hey! Amankazana. Guys, one thing about women, ne? One thing about women. Aba Umfazi is right beside him and she's praying with him, and as he's asking for these prayers, Bana, please help me, pray with me that we fix our marriage, we keep the faith, and. But luckily all of this was happening just as I was about to leave Pretoria for Joburg, and I was like, Sana, there is absolutely no way I can associate myself with anyone from that church, because by now, one thing about people will know, even if we tell. I'm sure there are some people who know, and they have gossiped. People know who Ushaka was like cheating with. And I'm like, I do not want to be part of that drama. Difuna Upuma ghosted everyone, blocked everyone, never went back to the church, and I was like, this is it for me. I am leaving Pretoria very soon. After I left, I never had any contact with anyone except for a friend Yamle that referred me to the church, and that was it. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, comment down below. Let's continue the conversation down below in the comment section. I know you guys have also had Isgata Izinje. Let's share them down below. Like I said, that this is going to be the last video for the year, and before I go, I just want to say to all of you guys, thank you. I deeply and truly appreciate each and every one of you. This year has been an amazing year, a year of growth. I've seen so much growth on this channel, and it's all you. It is all you guys. And so like, I literally lack words to express my gratitude towards you. And yeah, I'm so grateful. Yeah. So before we get Omoshi and touchy-feely, just want to say to all of you guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a prosperous 2024. Bye!